let's keep up with my experiences with the runes and the wisdom that I've gained from working with them for almost 30 years. Actually, I think it's been over 30 years. So what experience will we be delving into today that I can share with you? Awesome. This is Eeyore. Eeyore is one of the Anglo-Saxon Futhorc runes, and it's connected with the serpent. And in the lore, this would be Jomungandr, the world serpent. Eeyore is a rune that connects us with boundaries. A literal definition behind that is that boundary. When we look at the Ouroboros, when we think about that snake coiled into a circle with its tail in its mouth, always chewing on itself, always allowing itself to be satiated within itself, holding on to the safety within ourselves and protecting ourselves from what's outside. The same time, though, what I found is that protection can also lead us to not exploring. Sometimes it's okay to remove a little bit of that boundary, allow ourselves the freedom to move into a different place. And one of the beautiful things about a serpent or a snake is that, the way it was explained to me through my teacher, Ken Edwards, through Rune Walker. Check him out on TikTok as well, Rune Walker, and also his YouTube, at the Rune Walker. Check him out. Anyway, this straight line, when we think about the straight line and a snake moving over that line, it doesn't have any choice but to go this way, leaving it in two places at once. So what I've found working with this rune is this ability to be comfortable with being in more than one place, to accept that our physical reality and our energetic and spiritual reality can live on the same plane, that we can work together, that we can be in two places at once, and we can still hold our boundaries within both of those worlds, as well as being alone in one of those worlds at a time too. And it's okay to coil up on one side of that line or the other side at a given point, but when it's time to move, when it's time to continue progressing, we need to remember that we can and do live in both places. Eeyore has also brought a lot of, what's a good way to describe this? Understanding that shedding brings growth. You know, when we think about the snake and losing its skin and allowing things that no longer serve us, that no longer do us good, that are constricting and tightening against us, it allows us to break out of that boundary and become free. So while Eeyore is this rune of boundaries and protection, there's a lot of freedom that I have found that comes with this rune as well, as long as we recognize that both sides are valid, that we are able to move between both places, that we can live in both places successfully and peacefully within ourselves. And that's the rune Eeyore.